Welcome to the Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel. I am Charles O'Dell, and this is your primary resource for everything manufactured housing. Whether you are tackling a full remodel like the one you see here, or just looking for honest advice on repairs and financing, we provide the data and technical deep dives you need to succeed. Our mission is simple: to help you save money and improve your home through first principles logic and transparent cost breakdowns. For the full technical guides and even more resources, visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today, we're tackling a big one, and it's all based on our latest research over at mobilehomefriend.com. That's right, it's probably the question we get asked the most. Can you actually save a bunch of money setting up your own mobile home? Or, is it just a huge mistake waiting to happen? Let's dig in.
And you totally get why people ask, right? I mean, professional installation, that can cost thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars. Oh, for sure. When you're staring at that budget, doing the setup yourself looks like this giant flashing sign that says, "Save money here." It seems like a no-brainer to save a huge chunk of cash.
Okay, but right away we have to slam on the brakes on that whole idea. We went straight to our expert, Chuck O'Dell, and asked him point blank. And his answer, coming from decades of doing this stuff, was a huge, emphatic no. He made it really clear. Unless you have personally set up mobile homes before, the risks are they're way too high.
And a huge part of that no is that most of us don't really get what setup actually means. It's a classic case of underestimating the job.
Exactly. You picture, just leveling the home on a few blocks and you're done. But the reality? Oh man, it's this massive, complicated process. We're talking foundations, tie-downs, hooking up utilities, sewer systems, and then getting the whole thing legally signed off on.
And this checklist you're looking at? Believe it or not, this is just scratching the surface. This is the highlight reel, not the whole movie. Seriously, every single item on this list, like getting the pier spacing just right or installing the vapor barrier correctly, is a specialized skill. It's not something you just eyeball. It's all based on really strict engineering codes. This is way beyond a weekend warrior kind of project.
And here's the part that's pretty much the absolute deal breaker. Even if you're super handy and think you have the skills, it honestly doesn't matter. Nope. Because every single installation, everywhere in the country, has to follow these incredibly strict federal standards from HUD. That's the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And there are zero exceptions. No workarounds, none. So just to give you a little taste of what we're talking about, look at this. This right here isn't the actual rule book. This is just the table of contents. It's wild, isn't it? You got whole chapters on foundations, how to anchor against wind, electrical systems, plumbing. I mean, the list just goes on and on. If you want the full technical breakdown, check the post on mobilehomefriend.com. But just a heads up, it is dense.
Okay, so what actually happens if you try this and mess it up? Well, the consequences are pretty serious. Oh yeah. We're talking about failing your inspections, big time. Getting hit with permit issues, your lender could literally pull your loan. Your insurance company might just say, nope, we're not covering this. And the real kicker? The cost to get a professional to come in and fix a messed up DIY job is almost always way more than it would have cost to just hire them in the first place.
So when you put it side by side like this, the difference is it's night and day, really. With a licensed pro, you are basically buying peace of mind. Totally. They guarantee the permits will be right, they guarantee it's up to code, your lender is happy, your insurer is happy. But that DIY column, that's a straight-up minefield. Every single one of those guarantees flips into a massive risk. Your dream home can turn into a financial and legal nightmare, just like that.
Okay, look, if you've heard all of this and you're still thinking, I can do this, then this checklist is your absolute non-negotiable homework. And we're not kidding. You have to get everything in writing. You need written permission from your county, from your park if you're in one, from your bank, and from your insurance company. All of that has to happen before you even think about picking up a rent.
Which, let's be honest, brings us back to the much smarter and safer option, just finding a great professional mover and installer. Yep, and our number one piece of advice, something we talk about all the time on the Mobile Home Friend website, is to get referrals from new manufactured home dealers. They know who's good because they work with these crews all the time. And here's a huge tip. If you get a quote that's way cheaper than everyone else's, run. That's a major red flag in this business. Remember, you're paying for their expertise and insurance, not just a couple of guys with a truck.
And it's really important to get a handle on the costs. So these numbers you're seeing, this is only for moving the home, just getting it from point A to point B. That's it. This doesn't include a dime for the foundation, the tie-downs, the skirting, the utility hookups, none of that complicated setup work. As we noted on the site, this just goes to show how big the budget can get before the real work even starts.
So really, it all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? It does.
Is saving a few $1,000s right now really worth risking the entire value and safety of your home? When you think about failed inspections, voided insurance, and potentially huge bills to fix everything, the answer becomes pretty obvious. Hiring a pro isn't just another cost. It's probably the most important insurance policy you can buy for your home.
Thanks for watching. For more guides and to read the full article on this topic, definitely head over to mobilehomefriend.com. And as always, don't forget to check out all the helpful links we put in the description below.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomefriend.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.